Alright guys, cheers. I got my shower beer, which ended up being my unboxing beer, and now it's my start of the shave video. About to slam a beer. Moving on. We got some Counterbalance Brewing Company, along with, in collaboration with Flying Lion Brewery. And we got this Belgian style double. And this is the 2020 Dark Beer Fest Collaboration Ale. 7% down there. Now, I haven't heard of Flying Lion, but I have heard of Counterbalance. They're out of Seattle. I've had a few of their brews, and they're pretty good stuff. Looks like Flying Lion is also out of Seattle, so I'm going to have to check that out sometime. Alright, let's crack it open. Give it a shot. Fingers are slippery. That's a good sign. Just got done making a lather off cam. I know, I'm an animal. Pouring a Belgian right into a dirty IPA glass. I don't give a singular fuck. Alright. Look at the color on that one. Now we're talking. Okay. It definitely has traces of being a Belgian. You have Belgian characteristic from the yeast. This one does have some good malt going. I'm not getting a whole hell of a lot of dark fruits, but it is kind of slightly sweet, toasty. I'm used to getting a little bit more off of the yeast, those Belgian esters and whatnot. Not getting quite as much on this one. I am getting, like a faint trace. It's definitely a Belgian, but it's just not, it's not blowing my socks off. It's decent. It's there to be enjoyed, but this might be like a working man's double. You know what I mean? Nothing special. Just kind of like a decent double, there to be enjoyed by the everyday working man. I noticed it didn't say like 2020 Dark Beer Fest Collaboration Ale Gold Medal winner. It just says that it was their entry. Not bad, but nothing spectacular. Alright, let's get on to the main attraction here. Tobacco flower. I don't know if you remember a few mail calls back now. I said I got a few things in that I couldn't share. I was asked not to share. I got the green light. It's already been announced. The cat is out of the bag. Tobacco flower from Moon Soaps. I know Lee from Lee Badly Brewed. You can see it right there. It's a shaving cream, but in a different formula than Amaretto. They usually make little changes and tweaks in each release. Don't ask me why. Anyways, I know Lee was curious. He bugged me for videos and videos afterwards. What were those mail calls that you couldn't share with us? One of them was a beard balm that I was testing for Heather. It was, pretty good stuff. It was more of a utility balm than a styling balm, but it was a work in progress, not a finished product. She wanted to make sure I shared that, if I ever talked about it. It was a work in progress and not the finished thing. It was just there to be tested and my impressions to be given. And then these, I say plural because there was plural. It was basically multiple scents. And tobacco flower was the clear winner. It was fantastic. I think the majority of people who had the pleasure of trying it gave the thumbs up, the green light. Tobacco flower is fantastic. Oh, by the way, I'm using my Moon Soaps by Kent Designs brush here. You can see that beautiful. This is for the leaf lads, the tobacco leaf inspired. It's a cigar cigar-inspired theme on these brushes. And this was for the Leaf Lads, which fits perfectly with this tobacco themed soap. So the scent on this one is not your typical tobacco. When you normally think of tobacco scents, if you know anything about fragrance, tobacco scents, are usually, they got that sweetness, that warmth. They're classy, they're masculine, mass appealing. And this one is definitely different. So this one is based off of a tobacco flower, not tobacco, like cured tobacco leaf. And so when you see tobacco flower, just throw your perception of a tobacco scent out the window, because it's going to be green and clean and fresh. And that's what this one is. I mean, if you gave me a blind test and said, like, what genre would you throw that in? I could easily throw this like in a fougere or barbershop style. Very nice. That's a shaving cream, guys. That's a shaving cream, lathered up super easily. Gonna be using the Karve with the open comb C plate. We got the mixed stainless steel with aluminum. Anyways, very good looking shaving cream. It's somewhat high structure, but it's got a nice medium to medium high density. The scent on it, like I said, clean, green. Obviously it has tobacco flower in it, but it also has oak moss, lavender, amber, and rosemary. And so it's not a basic profile, but it's not overly complex either. To me, I feel like I can pick apart the fragrance and appreciate what each piece brings to the table. The tobacco flower takes the prominent front and center, gives it that clean green canvas. And then I feel like the amber will bring any sweetness that you might mistake as tobacco. That amber is probably bringing on the sweetness, which there's not much. This is a rather dry, clean green fragrance. Rosemary adds a sharp pop of herbaceous. I feel like lavender just adds a bit of spicy undertones. And I feel like oak moss just lends to that green body. I kind of just did the with the with the grain and kind of the pseudo across the grain. I was just in the zone, enjoying the fragrance. I'll tell you guys, this got the green light from me. Melody sent this over from Moon Soaps. Definitely had the green light from me. I smelt it. It was the clear winner. Not that the others were bad, but it was the clear winner. If I'm thinking of what my personal taste would want and what I think the masses would want, I think this tobacco flower has got to be the one that I, push forward. it's got that mass appeal. There's something that it's just that clean green. It's fresh. It smells familiar. You know what I mean? Let me take a sip. Got plenty of lather left. I fully endorse this one. I think this will be a great addition to the Moon Soaps lineup. Something different and something just as timeless. I think this is going to be a fucking banger for the upcoming spring season, because this just smells lively, bright. If you're not a fan of green scents, that would be the only thing that I would tell you, you know, maybe this isn't for you. But I don't think it's like overwhelming. Like if you weren't a fan of green scents, I wouldn't recommend like Sterling's Varen. I think that would be like all the way, you know, tipping the scales green, one-sided. But this is more mass appealing, you know. It's just got, it smells familiar, like I said. Like it's clean, fresh, but it's definitely green at its heart. Very, very enjoyable. I think if you have any interest at all, I wouldn't hesitate. I wouldn't hesitate. And I'm not saying that because I was privileged enough to try it. I would say if you are a fan of Moon Soaps, you've already tried other things in their catalog. Usually if you buy one soap, they'll throw in some samples, so you've probably tried more than one scent of theirs. If you found that you like what Moon Soaps has to offer, I wouldn't even hesitate. Fresh, clean, and green. It's a winner in my book. Thanks again to Zach and Melody for sending this over. I really appreciate it. It has got... And you know what? I haven't even really talked too much about the shaving cream. Really, she didn't give me any info about the shaving cream. I didn't realize it was different until the announcement was made to the general public that there was differences between this and the amaretto base. But apparently they're different shaving creams, which I think is cool because it's not like there's a whole bunch of artisans doing the whole shaving cream thing. So that's pretty badass. Most artisans stick to shaving soap. They'll do crops, but not many of them do the whole shaving soap thing. So it's kind of cool that Moon Soaps is bringing artisan-made shaving creams to the table, and at very good quality, I will tell you. Shaving creams are generally very quick to lather up. They already got a good amount of moisture in them, and so that lends to their latherability. And this one in particular, like I said, has some pretty high structure, but it carries a decent medium-high density. And so if you're trying to get a shave in a pinch, you need something to lather up quickly, just grab a synthetic like I did. Grab your Moon Soap shaving cream. It should blow up really quickly, and you're well on your way to getting that quick shave. Alright. Looks like I got one little weeper. I took the head off of something down by the neckline. Other than that, though, Really smooth shave. I always love shaving with the Karve open comb C plate because it gives me a smooth, fairly effortless BBS. It has the right amount of efficiency for me. It actually has that kind of entry-level blade feel, which I enjoy. That's kind of like my preference. I don't want to feel like I'm scraping a blade along my face, but I do like a little bit of blade feel. So that entry-level blade feel is kind of my preference. And the open comb C-plate Karve just hits that perfectly for me. Kind of like the Carbon TI does, kind of like the Charcoal Goods Level 2 does. They're not, you know, blade feel monsters, but they're kind of like that entry-level blade feel, and that's where I find myself getting the most enjoyment out of a razor. Alright. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It sounds like someone's laying on the horn back behind my house, or maybe a block down. Probably the douchebag Dodge Charger. Shout out to Ken from Shave 326. Alright. Get this Lancaster to clean up the lather. So that was it, guys. It has already been announced on Moon Soap's social media. The tobacco flower scent. Like I said, full endorsement on my behalf. This is a good one. Moon Soaps, they take care of you. They, excellent customer service. You feel like you're dealing with real people that care about their customers. They always give you a little handwritten something. They usually throw in samples. In my experience, the samples have been of scents that I haven't tried yet until I've made so many orders that I've tried the whole lineup. I don't know if that was on purpose or sheer coincidence, but it made a huge impact on me because I never got like a duplicate sample until I had tried them all. I have to get the rest of this lather off cam. Anyhow, really good stuff. 2 thumbs up. I think if you have any interest at all in a clean, green fragrance, go for it. It's going to be perfect for the springtime, I promise you. And as always, the label artwork for Moon Soaps, top notch. I'm going to be going with some Cella Aftershave, which does not smell like Cella shaving cream. It's not that almond, cherry, marzipan type scent. This is a more traditional, a little bit mature at this point, at least in my opinion, fragrance. And it's not a far cry from tobacco flower. It's definitely not the same. I feel like, well, maybe now that I got it on me, I might be wrong. What I felt like when I was just smelling it through the nozzle was if I take Cella Aftershave lotion here and you added just some sugar. Kind of rounded out some of the rougher edges. You would land yourself in the ballpark of tobacco flower. Now, tobacco flower isn't sugary or sweet, but I just feel like this one is even more dry. Traditional, old school, masculine type scent. And tobacco flower is kind of like new school masculine. And I think that's all it takes. Just add a little bit of sugar. No, don't listen to that. They're definitely 2 different fragrances now that I got it on the skin. But like I said, not a far cry. Anyhow, that was a great shave. Thank you guys for watching. I hope if you're interested in tobacco flower, you'll pick it up. You couldn't be buying from nicer people. Thank you, Zach and Melody, for the chance to try these things. Thank you, all of you, for watching and supporting. I hope you have a great Christmas Eve and upcoming Christmas Day. I love you guys. Cheers.